What's up, my friends? Welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and we're going to do another video on the WRC. We're going to go ahead and change brakes. Okay, it looks like you can set the brake bias, so we're going to set that. All right, what were we at? 45, so we're going to take that to 40. Okay, we'll do 40 because it was a 45. Actually, you know what? Let's do a little more extreme. Let's drop it down 10. Let's drop it down 10, and we'll just do save. We'll just do save as nothing. Nothing. We're not going to save anything because I got to type. But we are going to do these settings right here. We're going to do game pace settings, and we were going to turn off the ABS. So we're turning off ABS. And then we are going to go ahead and test this track again to test out our braking. So we're back at Finland, same track, and we're going to go ahead and go for it. It's just taking us a lot longer to upload these videos, so we're just doing them, you know, one track at a time. And now we are okay. So
quite the shock, wasn't it?
that locks you up faster without the ABS. That locks you up. Okay, we hit the brake. It is pulling the car forward, which is good. That's kind of what you want when you go off a jump. You want it to kind of pull your car forward. I feel like I'm spending a lot of time on the sides now. And the brake bias, we set that down to 35 from 45. I did not hit the brake before I went off that jump. I should have, probably.
Right 6 over crest, very long, 250.
Yeah, that locks you up, but it does let you stop a lot quicker. Yeah, that lets you go right into a slide a little bit faster on that right there. We're gonna keep testing this. We're gonna brake for our jumps from now on to try to keep our car level and good. Boom, oof, oof. What a freaking flopper now.
Bumps and right 6 over crest, 200.
We didn't have enough speed to actually catch a lot of air, so we didn't brake on that one.
Right 6 over bump, keep
So
middle,
let's see what we got
250.
here. We're gonna hit the brakes. Let's see that pulled down that tire though. That pulled down that tire pretty quickly. So we're gonna hit our brakes about right here. Oh dang! See, like if we hit the brakes now without the ABS, it will pull me right to the left. So I don't know if I recommend. I did set that brake bias though pretty hard. So okay, so it looks like we can get a little bit more stopping power that way. You can hold them down, but hold them down in a straight line. Hold them down straight line, and then kind of let them off before you get ready to go into a turn. Maybe tap the brake if you're gonna go with it without the ABS on.
Quite the shock, wasn't it?
ABS is kind of like training wheels. Real life rally cars do not have.
Keep left 100.
Freaking oof, dang. Yeah, I freaking should have probably just went gung ho on that turn on that one. That pulled my car way too forward. Maybe I hit the brakes at the wrong spot.
Over crest, 150.
Interesting. So this is a little bit more challenging to run with the ABS off, especially when you're on a freaking stage with jumps.
Flat left, 150.
Dang, there's rocks and stuff right by the side of the road.
Left 5 over
Man,
crest,
it's so
keep in
dangerous on
100.
these tracks. That is a good thing though, man. I do like the danger. The danger is there, but
Flat left over jump, keep left 100.
you got to really pay attention in
Caution, right
Finland.
for tightens medium, narrows 80.
For
Caution,
sure, man.
brake, left 2, small
Yeah,
crest,
car's already
70.
pulling. So at least the damage model feels pretty decent on this game. Like you hit something like that, and you're already pulling like to the right. You know, your suspension's messed up. But you see how we're able to get a little bit better
Square right, narrow,
stopping
70.
distance on these right here on these shorter turns. Like
Big cut opens,
being able to brake a lot closer to the turn itself, and I'm able to get around them without really sliding off the road now.
Bumps, 80.
That there's
Right long over jump
that there's
caution,
probably
keep
what
in.
you're going to want to do. You're going to want to play around with your brake bias and decide if you're going to go ABS or no ABS. Probably shouldn't have done them both at the same time. I probably should have just tried to adjust the brake bias first and see how that felt before going ahead and jumping right into no turning off ABS. But like, I don't know, man. If you're here for the realistic experience, man, you're not gonna have ABS. You're not gonna have ABS. ABS is gonna be a lot better for you on tarmac than it ever is gonna be on these dirt roads, anyways. So you probably should try to use dual. Probably try to dual up on that. Use the ABS on your tarmac stages, and then use your take off ABS for your gravel stages. That'll definitely help you out. I know. I mean, like, it's a lot of nuance. It's a lot of stuff to remember every time. Or maybe you can find a way to. I mean, you can definitely use both. I mean, you can definitely use no ABS on both, but it's a lot harder to use ABS on the gravel stages. Like, your tires don't stop moving; they just keep sliding. And I don't know if, like I said, if you've ever tried to drive on a gravel road, it's pretty slippery no matter what you do. And the faster you stop, the more you slide, anyways. I did learn that on Dirt Rally 2.0. It was almost like guaranteed for me to hit something if I hit my brakes, so I learned a lot about throttle control really quickly on that game. Really quickly. What I would do to train myself on that is I would just put wet road. I would just make the track wet, and then I would get in the Camaro. Yeah, the Camaro. And I would just feather the throttle around, and I would get really good at that. And then I started getting faster. Now I can turn the water off and actually drive the Camaro. Like, that's pretty freaking awesome. Or getting the Audi if you want the all-wheel drive experience. But you gotta teach yourself how to handle the car. So I mean, if you got something like the Camaro that just is, quick to spin out the back, it's really good to help you learn counter steering really quickly. And then you get pretty good at it, to be completely honest. Now, you can play these games with a controller, but I highly recommend a sim rig if you wanna really get good at rally games. You just have so much more control over what you're gonna do, and it really does make the experience pretty incredible. So yeah, if you hold the brakes down, like you're gonna stop and you're gonna turn out and stuff. It's pretty good. Like I like this. I like the way this game feels this year. I feel more confident. I feel like it's a better experience overall than it really ever has been. And like I said in my review, yes, this is the perfect send off for these guys. For Kiloton, they did a good job on this. Now, if they could just get these bugs and all this other stuff ironed out, this will be a solid experience for the years to come. Like, this will be good, man. You'll be able to play this game for a few years. They've got track. I mean, you got plenty of freaking tracks. Oh no, we're not doing what we wanted to do.
Come on, let's get going.
Come on, car, do what I tell you, not what you want to. Yeah, so I have noticed that since I've been playing this and I've been getting on the gravel, because the gravel in 10 did not feel that great. Like, it was really hard to get used to that. I didn't like how that was feeling. This year here, the gravel feels a lot better, and you really can feel the difference in each location when it comes to how the gravel reacts and how your car reacts on each different surface. Like, you can definitely tell that they're not all the same. Like, some of them feel like they have a lot more loose gravel, and some of them feel like the roads are a lot harder packed. The density, just in the way it feels, it is good. The different track undulations. it's nice. I like the way this game feels. I really do like the way this game feels. It really is a good experience this year. So yeah, this is definitely feeling a little better for sure. At least in stopping power before tighter turns, you can stop. You can use that to slow down a lot quicker, but you are going to be pumping your brakes a lot. Especially if you're trying to set like fast speeds and stuff like that, you are going to be on your brakes a lot with that. I usually recommend for new people, if you're new to the WRC game, start with the slower cars. Don't jump right into the WRC cars because these are technically, I mean, they are pretty intense to get used to, especially if you're first starting. Man, this game can be. I mean, I played like 6 and 7, but I never really was like, oh my gosh, these are great. You know, it wasn't until 8 when I started actually getting serious, because that's when I felt they started getting more serious. 8 was a pretty good start. 8 was when I bought my sim rig. That was when I bought my sim rig and started really getting into the sim racing side of it. So, yeah, it's been nice. I'm hoping that they can get the force feedback set up on this so that we can. So holding down the e-brake and running your front tires does give you a little bit of pull right there, as you can see. Like if you're going around the corner and you need to hit that and keep your front tires running. It will still kind of drag you around, so that is pretty nice. So we'll hit our brakes about right here, and that was pulling me to the left because it was locking up, which is, you know, realistic. That feels pretty right. Like you're still sliding, your tires are locked up, you're on the gravel, you're still sliding. I recommend doing stuff like that. You know, like you don't have to get out here and drive every single track to the destination. You can practice things. You can see how things feel. You can test the limits of your car. There's lots of things that you can do during every track. You don't have to just always just run the track for trying to get the thing. You can test different things. Like you can really try to learn the limits of your car. I always suggest, when you're doing sim racing or any kind of thing like that, get to know the cars you want to drive and practice them. Learn how to drive them. Feel them on the edge. Do whatever you got to do to learn how those cars are going to feel, how they're going to react. That's what a real driver would do in real life. So you need to do that and practice that. You need to know the limits of your car. And better yet, you need to feel it. So they need to fix the they really do need to fix the force feedback and the rumble on these controllers, man. Like they need to fix that like immediately, because like you're kind of, that is a major sense. That is a major sense that you don't have, because if you're not feeling the bumps, you're not knowing how to react. You're feeling like your car's going all stable and safe, and it's really not. So yeah, that's something they need to fix. That's something that I will be on them, because I know I'm not the only one that is having that problem. Oh, yep, you're freaking holding on to that dang button, man. I held that button too long and it started pulling me. This is a slippery. Yeah, we're gonna have to. So I'm still, you know, just in the middle of testing this car. This is a new car for me. This is the Ford Puma is a new car for me. This is the first year it's been in here, so this is a new car. I'm learning it. This is part of my learning process. Like I'm bringing you along for my learning process of this car and how it feels, how it handles, how it operates. I'm still only testing in Power Map 2. I need to, for me, for my enjoyment, for my play style, I need to know how this car feels in all 3 modes. But I need to really feel it in 2 and 3 so I can decide, you know, hey, which track do I need to take that on? So I'll be putting 10 or so laps on each one of these. Forward and reverse on the long ones, so that I can figure out and feel and get to know this car, because this is what I've settled on. This is the car I'm gonna be rocking. I like this Ford Puma. I like the way it feels. I like it a lot. It feels pretty good. I did try the other 2 cars. This one here is the one I settled on. So I'll be putting 10 laps on these. I'll be checking out brake bias. I'll be checking out suspension settings. I'll be checking out all of that stuff as I keep playing this. And I suggest you do the same. Like I said, these games have got hundreds of hours of gameplay in them if you sit here and you focus on it. And they get really addicting. So as far as I can tell, in summary of this video here, as far as I can tell, turning off ABS is going to give you a little bit better stopping power on gravel. Setting that brake bias definitely helps a little bit, to the point where you could probably try setting that with ABS first. Maybe set it at 50, maybe go to 35 like I did. Maybe try, just going like 10 increments of 10 or whatever to see, where it's going to fill. I like to go, kind of extreme so I can feel a major difference like really quick and then kind of back off. If it's like too much, then I can back off just a little bit and see how that feels, because that for me that just helps me figure it out and get to where I need to be a little bit faster. So as I continue to play this game, I will continue to make content. I will continue to try to help newcomers and other people that have been here for a while. It really does become a pretty big community of gamers, just trying to have fun and just trying to get the best experience that we can get. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you in the next one, guys.